Knowledge for development. That is the motto of the Nasarawa State University in Kefi. In the last 2 decades, it has been the resolve of the university to provide knowledge that will lead to the socio-economic and technological development of the state and the country as a whole. The recent transformation currently ongoing in the institution under the Abdullahi Sule-led administration speaks volumes. Today on the program.
The State University stands today as an eternal monument with clarity of vision.
A citadel of learning and an occasion to honor its founding fathers.
The library has been of indeed great importance to me because whenever I come to the library, the environment alone is very serene.
Catch a glimpse of campus students who are grateful for the facility upgrade that continues to aid their learning process.
Since I came, I have supported the university from all directions.
Plus, an insight into how Governor Abdullahi Sule is placing Nasarawa State University at a vantage position ahead of other institutions in the region. The Nasarawa State University Kefi was established in 2001 to cater for the manpower needs of the state. This was due to the paucity of manpower in the state's ministries, departments and agencies. Suleiman Bala Mohammed is the incumbent Vice-Chancellor and outlines successes of the university in the last 2 decades.
In the last 20 years, we have contributed to manpower development for Nasarawa State and for Nigeria. As we speak, we started with about 3 faculties, but we have about 8 faculties. We have Faculty of Administration, we have Faculty of Agriculture, we have Faculty of Arts, we have Faculty of Education, we have Faculty of Applied and Natural Sciences, we have Faculty of Social Sciences, we have Faculty of Environment, and we have Faculty of Law. And we have more than 60 programs that we graduate students from. We also have a very robust postgraduate school. So we have really trained manpower in the different fields in these faculties that I have listed to you. Some of them are working in very high places in Nigeria today, and they have contributed their quota to the development of Nigeria. So by and large, I want to say with all sense of modesty that we have met the mission and vision of the university, which is actually to train manpower that will contribute to the development of Nigeria.
This milestone achievement came to be with the support of successive administration of the state, especially the incumbent governor, Abdullahi Sule.
The Abdullahi Sule administration has done a lot to us. In fact, the management of the university consider him to be a visitor par excellence. A visitor par excellence because since he assumed office, he came with a clear vision to see how he could contribute in uplifting Nasarawa State University. And I want to inform you that there is no program in this university that will organize, and we invite His Excellency that he will not come. In fact, he has given us full official support, including support coming from his person as Abdullahi Sule.
The support it enjoyed prompted the university to organize an investiture to celebrate its founding fathers. The investiture, which was part of its 20th anniversary, honored the deserving personalities who brought the institution to stardom.
His name, representative of the family of Govt.
The State University stands today as an eternal monument with clarity of vision, plus focus, courage, and multiplied by commitment. Once the university law was in place, we knew that there was no longer going to be anything to hold us back.
A lot of people in Abuja prefer actually to drive all the way to come and go to this university because they believe in the curriculum of this university. And I want to call on every one of us who can support in any way you can and ensure that we collectively support this institution.
Under the Abdullahi Sule's administration, the university made critical gains. One of such is the establishment of the university's printing press to cater for the printing needs of the institution. This was done through a public-private partnership arrangement.
The printing press was established through build, operate, and transfer. which is a policy that the Abdullahi Sule administration has put in place of bringing investors who will put in their resources, build infrastructure, operate it for within a time frame, and then hand it over to the university. We have been able to get people that will enter into that agreement, and they have built a printing press. They brought modern facilities and equipments. I can tell you without fear of contradiction that the printing press we have in Nasarawa State is one of the best in the state. And we did that through build, operate, and transfer. Now that for us is important. It's important because now we no longer take our answer booklets outside to be produced and printed. The answer booklet is a security document. And if you don't produce it from within, you are given the opportunity for all kinds of characters to try to see where they are producing it and get it and then cause examination malpractice. So all our security printing is done within. And we're also allowing customers to bring printing to the university.
Well, the university does a lot of publications, you know, and because of the various publications that they have, and which is normal, you know, for an institution of that level to be able to do that. You know, that university has a huge population. The reason is a lot of people from Abuja find it more convenient to go to that state university than so many others. So, in fact, today you have huge number, you know, of non-resident students than even the resident students that we have in the university. So for that reason, you expect a lot of those kind of activities of their publications and the rest of so much activities and so many associations all over. And we believe it wouldn't be proper for such university for the students to be going out to do this. And for me, I also try to see how we can maximally utilize any facility of ours. So at the state level, you know the problems we're having with our own publishing house. So for that reason, I believe even at the state level, local government level, we can use the same facility.
University environment is a place, it's an institution that has to do with a lot of printing of books because there is no study without printing. So the printing press is helping the university environment in terms of all the production of books, all the materials the university needs for lecturing and all those things, the textbook of the lecturers, and even the school directly is printing the items from the printing press. And it makes it easier because there's a lot of documents that are not supposed to be exposed outside. So having the printing press in the university is a great advantage to the university because everything printed in this place is secured. It's not exposed to outsiders except if there is no need for that. Then the document can be, given out.
The Abdullahi Sule's administration has secured the support of TED Fund to revitalize the information communication technology needs of the university. This has enabled the university to procure 1,000 computer systems to aid the learning of students in a post-COVID-19 world.
In fact, we have done that, and like you rightly observe, the COVID-19 reality has introduced a new normal. And part of that new normal is online classes, is lectures that is not physically based where all the students and the lecturers are there. And we have done a lot in that regard. In the ICT, part of what I have defined as a key component of my administration is to ensure that we have a robust ICT that will drive teaching, learning, and research. And through TED Fund, I'm happy to once again inform you that we have a very big ICT center, very big ICT center. It has more than 1,000 seater capacity. And in that ICT center, we have computers in all the seats. And we have worked a lot to ensure that we have campus-wide interconnectivity.
Before now, you know, is the problem of, I think COVID brought us some of these things where you take advantage of this technology to enhance teaching and learning. So as at that time, the lockdown, we begin to think of how to bring some of these classrooms online where the students will take their lectures and possibly have an assessment. Unlike before, where these students have to come down to the physical, they have to come down to physical location and have these classes. the last semester we did CBT general GST exams here, where we did all GST courses for all 100 level students and 200 level students, and we hope to continue on that vein to have their online virtual classes here.
Behind and around me are over 700 computer systems with free internet access, among other facilities in the ICT center of the institution, currently aiding learning of students at the Nasarawa State University, Kefi. Students of the university are happy that the facility has aided their learning process and placed them at a vantage position ahead of their contemporaries from other institutions.
Writing GST exams here has been easy, like it doesn't take time. Within 30 minutes, you're done. I think we usually have about 30 questions or thereabouts, and then there's a time for you to write the exam. You can just come in whenever you want to log in and then write your exams, and that's all.
So as a student, I've enjoyed the internet connection when it comes to having data. So this ICT center has really served the whole of this school with internet connection. So as a student, sometimes we might have problem with subscribing or buying data because sometimes it's really expensive to purchase this data. So this ICT center has really served the whole of our school with internet connection. So it has made it very easy for us to do our work, our online research, anything we want to do at all concerning computer or IT as a whole. So because when you don't really have this internet connection, it will be very difficult for you to make some researches. So you'll be very mindful of the site you visit or the content in which you explore. So this ICT center has really done its work by serving us with unlimited internet connection. So I really appreciate the ICT center for that, because normally after your fee you'll be giving your password to have access to the internet connection. So you can easily do whatever you want, basically. So I recommend ICT for that.
Well, it has really, we have used it in so many ways. There are research we do on Python programming. Since Python is actually coming up now, is actually leading in the programming language, there are things we have been able to get researching on this Python programming.
The university library has in recent times undergone automation. This is to ensure adequate provision of electronic books and other materials to aid the learning of staff and students.
Now, in terms of structure, we have a very big library. In terms of content, I can also assure you that we have enough materials, both classical materials and contemporary or recent materials. We also have an e-library section there, where we subscribe to different information bases in the different faculties, and that if you go there through the e-platform, you can access materials, you can access books. I want to inform you that our library is very good. In fact, our library has supported the accreditation exercises that we have gone through. And I want to inform you that there is no program in this university that is not accredited. And there is no program that can be accredited if the library is not so good enough.
For students of the Nasarawa State University, Kefi, the ambience, the conducive environment, and the vast collection of books in this library has afforded them the opportunity to study properly and carry out their research works.
We have vital information that students might have not laid their hands on it, maybe due to the hard economic situation. They may not have the money to buy all the resources, so the library supports them with this information to ease their learning and to help the lecturers teach them very well. So it is probably for academic support. And these materials, we have sources that we get them. We have the state government used to sponsor some sources, and the university management, most especially during accreditation, we get funds from the university to acquire some materials books and other resources like computers, like printers for academic purpose.
The university library also offers binding services for students at a subsidized rate.
We have binderies services that are some of the books that are turned due to the frequent usage by students. We used to amend them and put new covers so that to revive them, to put them to use. And even like students' projects, we used to bind them here at affordable price so that to help them and so that they can have quality projects that they will in turn submit them to the faculties and the school put them to use. As you can see, we have bindery machines and a lot of them, and we have staffs that are minding it.
Sandy Andrew and Taiwo John are postgraduate students of the university. They share their thoughts on how the library has been aiding their research works.
As a student of Nasarawa State University the library has been of indeed great importance to me because whenever I come to the library, the environment alone is very serene. It makes me feel comfortable, and whenever I pick any book from the library, I'll be able to assimilate very well. And as you can see in the library, there are lots of very, very rich books that help me in my field. Whenever I come, I get a lot of materials. Indeed, there are lots of materials here that help me in my study.
It has helped me greatly, both when it comes to knowledge. I gain a lot of knowledge in this library, and also when it comes to research. It helps me a lot in terms of research, in terms of if a lecturer gives us an assignment and when you check it online, you don't see it, just come to the library, see it there.
The university is one of the legacy projects, that we'll continue to mention for our first civilian administrator, Abdullahi Adamu. I have said it many times and everywhere, and to whoever would like to listen to. One of the greatest things Abdullahi Adamu has done to this state is actually that university. When I was working as the managing director of African Petroleum and later managing director of Dangote Sugar Refinery, we found actually graduates of that university, very, very, very competent people that we could train. They were very trainable. They had the basics, and it was easy to train them. And we found that I found that highly commendable. I was one of those from the beginning. When I returned from the US in early 2000, and then I heard about the university coming up, I was one of those that criticized the university, just like I criticized the airport also, while I was in the private sector. But I now come to realize, that university has actually done more good for Nasarawa State than that. And for that reason, since I came, I have supported the university from all directions. Even during the COVID challenges, the COVID period challenges that we have had, we decided from here, with the little resources we had, to continue to pay the salaries of the university instead of giving them their monthly allowance.
In its quest to continue to fulfill the mandate of manpower provision, the university in 2020 set the ball rolling for the commencement of the Faculty of Engineering and the School of Medicine. It is making steady progress and hopeful that the programs would commence in the next academic section. Other projects such as the new Senate building and the Faculty of Engineering Workshop Complex in Gudi have reached advanced stage, courtesy of the Abdullahi Sule's administration. The governor is happy with the milestone achievement of the university. Students of tertiary institutions in Nasarawa State embark on a street protest to seek an end to the strike by their lecturers. Academic Staff Union of Universities had embarked on a strike 3 months ago, while its counterpart in the Polytechnic recently began a warning strike to demand for better welfare. The students want the federal government to reach a truce with the striking lecturers to bring an end to the face-off. To them, they are the receiving end of the strike.
Even after many interventions by the national leadership of NANS and prominent Nigerian, the leadership of Nigerian students in Nasarawa State are in like manners not also comfortable and happy with the way and manner the strike is lingering. And now ASU has also declared 2 weeks warning strike, which is clear indication that FG, ASU and ASU are toying with the future of Nigerian students.
Me, the representative of the Isamu Sabah Agwe, as SUG president, in fact, we are giving out the 2 weeks warning strike. And we are pleading to the federal government to please help us. If we do not come back at the time, as the way other on the university are on strike almost 3 months now, or about 3 months now. In fact, it's very, very, very bad.
Other students share their thoughts on the effect of the strike on the Nigerian students.
It has this effect not just on the student, but even to some household. We have some merchandise inside the universities, like the Nasarawa State University and Federal University of Lafayette, where I come from. There are women who engage in selling petitions in the universities. They are the guest motives to send their children to school. Now the school have resumed. Where would they get that from? And we that we are adults from the federal government are not doing anything about it. All their concern is about their election.
This strike is really affecting we the young ladies, because if we can see our society today, this strike is really causing some kind of damage to the ladies today. In the case that if you check around our society today, the ladies are going into prostitution and doing stuff that are not even supposed to be done.
This protest is expected to attract the attention of the federal government and persuade all actors in the present situation to listen to the voice of reason and bring an end to the industrial face-off with the striking lecturers. It's an August visitor in the month of May. Leaders and members of the APC in Nasarawa State are here to welcome Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. The national leader is accompanied by top leaders of the party across the country. He is here to meet with delegates to solicit their support ahead of the party's presidential national convention. For him, the country needs a leader who has been tested and trusted in various capacities.
Lagos is my co-cousin of Nigeria. I met only 600 million monthly internally generated revenue. And today, it is 45 billion. The third largest economy in Africa. Who else can brag about that in Nigeria? I have the bragging rights. Follow the man who knows the roads. I am the man who knows how the road and who knows the destination. He knows how to do it, and he knows the road to prosperity, greatness, elimination of hunger, food for our children, many more in school. Education is the greatest weapon against poverty.
Delegates in the state say they believe in the capacity of the national leader. They want him to seek closer collaboration with President Muhammadu Buhari as he inches closer to clinching the party's presidential ticket.
So this is a man who has made kings. And he has made so many kings. And so when the Umaru Tanko Al-Makura of Borno State was talking and introducing Asiwaju as somebody who has made all kings, all that, I was just sitting there quietly smiling inside me. Because this is a man that doesn't only make kings, but also save lives of people, just like he has done. So, I thank you so much, sir. I'm going to say no more. You believe in justice, you believe in equity, you believe in fairness. There is only one element about this to make you president. To go back to your friend, Muhammadu Buhari, discuss with them and say, Muhammadu Buhari, you must hand over to me. You have to pay me back.
The consultation tour is part of efforts by the national leader to fraternize delegates of the party across the country. Godwin Agua, TVC News, Lafayette. And that's our package from the solid mineral state, where Governor Abdullahi Sule is meeting the aspirations of the people and exceeding all expectations. Until the next one, it's bye for now.